Okay guys, today we are talking about Faction Wars Hard and we're looking at the Dwarf faction, okay? So we're going to look at all levels and then stick around to see my speed comp for Faction Wars 21, which is the hardest current Faction Wars level there is out there. So it's sub 1 minute. Hoping to get it sub 10 seconds. It is capable of that. We have the champions built, we just have to do it. We'll look at the builds as well. Guys, I'm doing account takeovers, and if you'd like to take advantage of that, click on the link below to join my Discord. Alright, now I'm also going to be prioritizing people who have used my exclusive download link. If you want to use that and get yourself a free Karato Fox Hunter, all you got to do is uninstall Plarium Play, click on the link below, set yourself up with a brand new account via a new email, and you play the tutorial, get yourself a free Karato Fox Hunter, and also get prioritized for account takeovers and reviews. Enjoy. But first we're going to look through the champions from each level that I would pick. So each rarity, who would I pick for the Dwarves? There's nobody super great in the uncommons for the Dwarves, guys. We do have some CC going on for these guys here. We see stun and provoke on all of them so far, okay, which is pretty good. But there isn't anybody that stands out as being a standout. So I think we'd look probably at line infantry because he has 2 chances to place provoke out there on the team. So he would be the only pick I would pick. Now we're going to actually just do 1 pick from each rarity, okay? That's the rules from now on. If I had to pick one, who would it be, okay? So level 2, we are talking about the rare champions, guys, okay? And there are a lot of champions here that are... No, I said a lot of champions. That's overselling a bit. There's a good few champions here that are quite good. Madman, if you look at the reviews, gets a very, very good rep. And that is because he has a Trunda type attack on the A1. So 50% chance of attacking all other enemies with a second hit after he hits someone, dealing 30% of the damage from the first hit. Oh, by the way, he also has an AoE and heals by 10% of the damage inflicted if he's below 50%, and has an ignore block damage and shield buffs and ignores 30% of defense. So he is a fantastic little nuker, I have to say, but my pick will be Master Butcher, okay? Master Butcher has a provoke on the A1, only a 30% chance, but it's decent. We have a provoke on the A2, places a provoke debuff on the target enemy for 2 turns, and there's no chance or anything like that. It's places it, no, you don't have to book him up or anything like that. That works 100% or 197% according to the game's rules, right out of the box. Also places increased crit rate on all allies for 2 turns and a 25% increase attack on all allies for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. So that's particularly good for buffing your team and CCing the enemy team, guys. But his passives are what make him shine. This guy he's like a worse Vogot. He's got the provoke, and he also has the when attacked heals all allies equal to the amount of damage taken, and that's on a 1-turn cooldown. So that's the unfortunate bit. It's on a 1-turn cooldown, but it is very, very good, guys. That he can be used instead of Vogot in places like Bommel and stuff like that, so not to be overlooked. Also, he has something that Vogot doesn't have: revives a random ally with full HP when this champion is killed. Now, I think you can target that as well. Well, especially if you're only 2 people. So that's one way to do it, but the other one is I think he will actually take the person in the highest spot or the highest rarity on your team as well, okay? That's generally the rule they follow. So he is a cool little champion, great for control, great for survivability, not to be overlooked at all. So that's my rare pick. Now, if we're looking at epic, this is so tough. There's so many champions I like here. They don't actually seem to have that many epics compared to some factions, guys. But I can tell you right here, right now, they're all great. This is really, you know, choose your poison here. So we're thinking faction wars hard mode, okay? So we have to think about waves, and we have to think about bosses. We have to think about control. We have to think about nuking waves down. We have to think about speed boosting, and we have to think about survivability, revivability, all of those type of things, okay? So from this, I love my girl Gala. Multi-hits on every skill. Well, actually she doesn't on that, but she ignores defense on every skill. She has extra turn mechanic. She has big shield mechanic. She has a lot going on. You have Rearguard Sergeant, who has decreased attack on an AoE. She has a heal on that. She has ally protection and continuous heal and a decreased defense. She brings so much. You have Rugnar Goldgleam, who brings decrease defense and weaken and leech and damage and he brings loads. You even have Rockbreaker, who doesn't get talked about that much, who has a provoke on an AoE with a counter attack on a 3-turn cooldown. So some fantastic champions there as well. But guys, I mean, I'd have to hand in my content creator card if I didn't pick Geomancer, okay? And the reason for that is decrease accuracy on the A1. That is an AoE attack. So even outside of what he is known for, if you put Geo in a stun set or provoke set or something like that, you've got crowd control going on. So that is a wee little trick that you can use if you don't have all of the top tier A1 mega super champions. He's going to be able to help you out with a stun set, get it out there on the AoE. He also has a buff strip and also has a buff steal if they're under his HP burn, and he also reduces the cooldown of Quicksand Grasp if he kills somebody with that. Quicksand Grasp, everybody kind of thinks of it as just the HP burn and the weaken, okay? However, it is a turn meter fill. Fully depletes the target's turn meter, fills this champion's turn meter by the amount the target loses. So it's not a turn meter reduction, it's a full turn meter steal on a 3-turn cooldown. So when booked, so if you do that, you can potentially get back to a second turn, get this or this off, and then one more turn and you're back onto that. It's incredibly good. It's an incredibly good. And then his passive for boss killing, we all know what that is. He has a built-in Giant Slayer effect, and it is incredibly good. So can't not pick Geomancer, guys. It is just the way it is. Now, again, we're thinking waves and bosses and all the rest of it. So it's tough not to pick the two that we would always pick, guys, are going to be Newt, who has the triple hitter enemy max HP, also has AoE weaken and counter attack, also has freeze or turn meter reduction, and also has deals 100% of damage on his passive when counter attacking. So if you're talking boss killers, there is none better in the game, is there? Debatably, there's none better in the game. We could maybe talk about one other. We could look at also Trunda for clearing those waves. Trunda is going to be excellent with the single target A2 that becomes an AoE after the first hit, ignores 50% of the target's defense as well, and then another AoE and a stun on the A3. It's hard to pass by Trunda as well. However, had I my choice of all of the dwarves, I'm probably going to pick a Chrysia. Enemy max HP on all of the skills, and A3 is a double hitter. Her passive means she's very, very survivable, decreases damage taken from AoE attacks by 50%, and she also is selective about whether she used enemy max HP or attack on her skills as well. So whichever one is going to do the more damage is what she uses. I think she is the best pick for those waves. It's because she's the most flexible, okay? So if we're getting specific and we have all the champions, we'd be able to flex into Newt a lot more, but I think Chrysia is going to just be a better pick for the whole lot of the waves and the boss, okay? And then, of course, we have Frolny and Fjorad, both at one point hailed as the worst mythicals in the game. But I think Frolny, after getting a bit of TLC, is the big nuke now. So I think he would be the one to go with, guys, for sure. He also has ally protection, unkillable, and shield. He also has big heals, and he increases his own defense as well in his defensive thing, which is his second form, and the first one is HP based as well. So nukes in the first form, survivability in the second form, guys, that's what you'd be looking at. I think he's the way to go. So with all that said, I did say we were going to see about faction wars with the Dwarves right now. That's Knights Revenant, guys. Come on. You were paying attention. Well done. Well caught. So we're going into the Dwarves, and we're going for Faction Wars 21. So we have 3 attempts at this. I have it set up right, okay? So that's perfect. Oh no, that just cost us. That just cost us massively there. We got the right hits and everything, guys, but it just didn't clear them properly. There we go. 21 seconds onto the boss. Blessed Bash. Do we get soul? We didn't get the soul reap, and we got the stun. That's a disaster. 30 seconds. 30 seconds is a new record. Can we beat that, guys? Can we beat it? And we'll have a quick look at the builds right after this as well. Okay, he's down. That's good. That was faster. We need to take down this. Oh, we didn't get him, so that is scrapped. I think we'll just run that one again. That is so bad. So there's RNG on the first wave because of the affinity, because we could weak hit. Excellent. And he revives. Okay, so we got decreased cooldown. We want to take out Man-Eater first. Excellent. Excellent. And we have it working right now, guys. This could be we got the stun. We weren't fast enough. We weren't just fast enough. 31 seconds. Okay, do we need to drop a speed glyph into Newt? I purposely have him built really slow. Maybe we need 1 speed glyph on him. Not him, him. Where can we get speed from? Does he have any speed that I can glyph? 3 on that. Oh wow, that's the only thing I can glyph, and I have to get it above 3. That would be a bit futile trying to do that, I think. I don't have any other. I think we just go with what we have again and see how it goes, guys. That's all we can do. Okay, fantastic. Come on. I think we actually need him to get 1 kill. Oh, this is lightning. Oh, that stun really messes us up. That stun really messes us up. We beat the, yeah. Okay, guys, so that's it. 27 seconds. That's not to be sniffed at. That is not to be sniffed at. So that's my Faction Wars record, guys. That's my Faction War picks for hard as well. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want to have a quick look at the builds for these champions here, we will we'll have a quick review of them right now. So Newt, I've actually built slow. I think he could do it maybe being 2 speed faster. I'm looking at the boss here. The boss is 165, so I should be going faster than the boss. But I think if the boss takes damage, it boosts his turn meter. So that could be what's going on there. But he's built for massive nukage, and that's it. 352 crit damage. Because the bosses don't have max HP hits capped, so he could potentially take out the boss in 1 hit. We also have Malefic Talon on there for a little bit of extra crit damage, and Soul Reap to finish the boss off early if we get him low enough. Now, I'd love an extra level or 2 in that, because at the moment he's at an 8% threshold. If we even got him to 15, we could probably finish him off in 1 below. The other 2 Trundas we have in the 6-piece Merciless at about 180-ish speed and as much damage as we can possibly get on them. But the Merciless is the bit that we're looking for, and if we can couple that with Cruelty or with Cruel Set, that's the way we want to go, with 5% enemy defense. So guys, that's it from me. Let me know what you think, and guys, I will catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.